What do you need to record a podcast? Well, by the end of this video, you will have a firm understanding of what pieces of equipment you're going to need just to get started, but more importantly, how to set a firm foundation for success before you even press that little red button. So let's go over the gear and the technology that you're going to need to record a podcast, how to lay a foundation for success before you even start, and what you need to do to turn your podcast into a client-generating branch of your marketing machine. Let's get started. Before you even press record, before you even buy any gear, I seriously challenge you to lay a firm foundation before you even get started recording. And that starts with a lot of paperwork, a little bit of research, a little bit of writing, a little bit of thinking, and some noodling that should give you a great foundation, not only to get a good podcast off the ground, but to ensure its longevity and your success for generating clients as you go. First of all, know who you are talking to. Who is the ideal client that you have in mind that you would love to have joining you? Wouldn't that be wonderful if instead of like throwing all this money at advertising, that you just did your thing and clients came to you? Well, that's one of the things that you can do with your podcast. It becomes a client generating magnet. But until then, before you even start that, think about who you're talking to. Well, who is your ideal client? And I'm sure you've got a few already. Wouldn't you love some more of your favorite clients? Who are your favorite clients? Write down some attributes. Are they really easy to get along with? Do they come in and show up every day ready to do the work? And whatever it is that you give them to do, that they're going to do it. Whatever that happens to be, what's the major descriptor of the ideal client? Those are the folks you want to be talking to on your podcast. Now, to make it a business company podcast, you do not want to make it a 30 or 60-minute advertisement for you. That's not what this is about, because once you get to know who your avatar is, you're going to cater your content to them. What are they looking for? What questions did they have? What have they asked you in the past? That's a great place to start. You've got a whole bunch of clients that you've already helped. When you're sitting there and right before they decided to work with you, didn't they have some questions? Those are some ideal questions to answer in some of your videos. In fact, I'd venture to say that probably around 80% of your questions that were asked by clients are all the same. And then the last 20% of the questions probably reflected something very specific about their own scenario. That foundational 80%, definitely think about making videos to answer them. And if you're not exactly sure what they're asking, there are places to find out. Believe me, these people who want what you're selling, they just don't know who you are yet. They're looking for you. They just don't know you exist yet. So the best thing that you can possibly do is see the things that they're already Googling. What are the questions that they're asking? What are the things that they want to know before they commit to whatever it is that you're doing for them, whether you're a financial advisor or a health coach, a fitness instructor, a business consultant, whatever it is that you do, and they're asking questions and looking for you right now. So what are they asking? How do you find it? Well, a couple really good ways are there are some really expensive SEO programs you can go out there and start tooling around with. Some of them are like $97, others are like $250 a month to do your research. Maybe you get the free version, the free trial for a week, get yourself, I don't know, 3 years worth of content, and turn off your free trial before it hits your credit card. That's one way to do it. Another way is there are a couple websites out there that do specifically this. They start aggregating and looking at some of the things that people are searching. One of them is called answerthepublic.com, and the other one is called alsoasked.com. Both of those give you this really great mind map type of flow that gives you for example, what you're going to do is you're going to type in 2 or 3 words at the most to kind of start the ball rolling. Let's say you are a financial advisor and somebody wants to know about retirement planning. That's it. Those are the 2 words they're going to type in, retirement planning. Then they hit enter, and the results start to show up in this mind map type of breakdown. Those become the key questions that people are asking when it comes to retirement planning. Those questions become the titles of your videos. Verbatim. verbatim, use that exactly the way it is as your title. There are two things that YouTube is really good at. Number one, videos. Number two, which isn't talked about as much, is search engine. Guess who owns YouTube? Google. Isn't that amazing how little brother is really good at search engines when big brother is a search engine? It's amazing how that works out, don't you think? So that's what YouTube is also very well known for. So you're going to leverage that in your videos and make that the title, make those questions the exact title of your episodes. And the best thing you can do for them is then give them your answer. Answer it the way you would answer it. What is your special twist on things? Because it's the know, like, and trust factor. When people get to see exactly how you operate, they get to know, like, and trust you, and those are the folks that will ultimately be calling you to ask you to work with them. So we go over all kinds of audio stuff here, whether it's podcasting, radio commercials, we even cover video, whether it be YouTube or anything along those lines. This is the place to come. I hope you would make it your home base for all those things video, audio related, audio marketing related for your business. So be sure to like and subscribe, and you can take all of our hints and tips and tricks and put them into application immediately and hopefully see some results for you and your company. Now let's go over the easy stuff, the gear. Yes, you're going to be recording a podcast because I don't think you can shout it from the rooftops every time somebody logs in. Obviously, the first thing to consider is a microphone. As we say in the recording biz, that your voiceovers, your recordings, your audio recordings are 10% microphone, 90% room treatment. Getting rid of that echo, getting rid of that bathroom effect, getting rid of that reverb that naturally comes with, it might look like you've decorated the room and filled it up with a whole bunch of furniture, but that doesn't necessarily mean the audio thinks it's a full room. It could sound much like a very empty room as far as your audio is concerned. And some room treatment may be very appropriate. Maybe some bass traps or maybe some extra blankets here, there, or the other place. Little touches like that can help deaden that sound and really give you a much more professional audio. Along with the microphone, you're going to need a stand. And you're going to need a cable. That microphone's got to go somewhere. There are several destinations, and depending on where that microphone's going to be plugged in will determine what kind of cable you get. Now, let's move ahead before we start getting picky with the mic cables. If you head over to sweetwater.com or fullcompass.com, go to either one of those. Those are major audio and musician websites. They've got all kinds of gear for musicians and recording and microphones and guitars and drums and all kinds of stuff. Go to their search bar and type in podcast bundle, and you will be given a whole mess of stuff to choose from. If you're just going to do a solo operation, you could actually get started for $99. There's a microphone, a stand, and a cable ready to go for you at sweetwater.com for $99. If you've got a whole bunch of fancy stuff going on and you're going to have 2, 3, 4 people and a bunch of sound effects and background music, and every once in a while you're going to type in some kind of a boink, 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 or whatever it is that you like to use in your podcast, there's all kinds of gear that you can add to that. And that's going to be 4 microphones, 4 stands, 4 cables, an interface, all kinds of sound effects, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff can, in one package, that's $3,500 on sweetwater.com. So depending on what you're looking for, depending on what your goals are, take a look at it and see what your price range is, and you can make a very wise decision with either one of those places. I do not have an affiliate link for either one of those. That's why I'm only saying them. I'm not listing them, just to prove to you that I do not have an affiliate link. So check them out. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me any questions. I can help you out, help you sort out some gear that way. Your next step is going to be some type of interface, and this is why I did not go into a deep dive into the cable yet. There are some microphones that will go directly into, say, a USB jack in your laptop or in your computer. So you need whatever's at the end of the microphone into a USB to go directly into your computer. Now, there's another thing that you can use, and it's called an interface. An interface is just a fancy word for a 2-track mixing board. It's basically what it is. It's a little tiny piece of equipment. You can plug 1, maybe 2 microphones into it. They come together, and then it goes into the computer from that point. So you would need some type of legitimate mic cable to go from your mic to the interface, and then you'll need a different kind of cable that probably goes from the interface to the computer. All that should be included in any kind of a bundle that you buy, and especially with the interface. If you buy the interface, you'll get the cable that goes from the interface to the computer. Don't worry about that one. And now the last thing you're going to need to produce your podcast is going to be audio editing software. There's all kinds of audio editing software out there, anything from free to a flat fee, pay once and it's yours, or there's a monthly subscription version as well. All of those are going to treat you very well. Of course, the free one you've probably already heard of. I think the only free one that everybody really gravitates towards, it's a multi-track recorder. That means you can have you and a co-host and a guest, or you and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guests, whatever on there. Everybody's going to have their own audio track. That is Audacity. Audacity.com is where you get that. It is a free open source. So head to audacity.com and grab a copy for yourself. There are many others that you can use that are, say, month to month. Like Adobe Audition has a monthly fee. I want to say it's $29.99. Plus, if you wanted to get into video, you could add Premiere Pro, and that would be like $50 or $60 a month to cover both of them, plus a whole bunch of other programs that come along with audio and video from Adobe. You can still pay, but that's going to be a monthly subscription. Whereas, think about, say, DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve and several others out there also are a one-time fee, $295 as of today's recording as DaVinci Resolve, and that's it. It's a one-time payment, and you get all the upgrades, all the new versions, everything else that comes out beyond that, because you paid for it once. So any one of those are going to do you just fine. Of course, the bigger and badder you get, the more bells and whistles there are, but when it comes to producing audio, you can do something very simple with just a little bit of compression, a little bit of EQ, and you are good to go. To that extent, I have a free gift for you that starts off with, it's a free guide to free audio editing software. Click in the link below that's in the description and get your copy. It's a chart for both PC and Mac. These are all free software. Every single one of these are free software, or it's at least a free version. If you want to upgrade to a paid version, some of them will do that for you. But others, all of them on this page, start off at free. Click the link below and get your copy of it right now and get started editing your audio. I'm Nick Natarella with AdWise Creative. Thank you for watching.